Most people think that low ticket kills high ticket sales, but they are dead wrong. In fact, I've had my client generate over 261K in high ticket sales from low ticket ascension funnels, and the majority of their high ticket clients come from the $37 product. So in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact 90-day ascension system, the psychology behind why it works, and the three mistakes are killing the conversions from low ticket to high ticket. And if you're new here, I'm Henry, the founder of Funnel Architects. I have high ticket coaches scale to 100K months consistently by using low ticket ascension funnels. And if you see this video valuable, hit subscribe. I drop a new video every week showing you how to scale your coaching business from low ticket ascension funnels. Alright, let's start by calling out the biggest lie in the coaching industry right now. So the lie is this: if you sell cheap products, you only attract cheap clients who will never buy your expensive stuff. So I see this all the time and I get it. It sounds logical, right? But here's what's actually happening right now. So most coaches are running VSL funnels right now, and they spend $300 to $500 per book call, and they need to close one of every three calls just to break even. And just one bad week away from your sales team, if they can't close, you're bleeding the money, right? But meanwhile, so for the people running low ticket ascension funnels like my clients, they are only spending $50 to get a buyer, or even profitable on the front end just from low ticket alone, and they're making $50 back on day one or week one, and then ascend 2 to 3% of those buyers into high ticket within 90 days. But they're essentially running ads for free. I'm gonna show you the steps right here that I'm doing for my client. So this is the step of the low ticket funnel I'm running for my clients. As you can see, I start with 29 30 September. This is in Vietnamese. So you see it's $100, but we get 18 sales and profits is 8 million. Yes, you can see. So in October, November, and December, which is my ad spend right here, about 5K ad spend, and then this is profit. As you can see, this is the revenue, right? Revenue profit right here, 1878 million. And as you can see, my cost per sales, this product is 300,000 VND. So as you can see, cost per sale is low, high. So it's around from 300K. So the cost per lead is 3,000. So the click to sell and LV is 2x. So order bump take rate, OTO, etc. ROAS is average is 2.3, and as you can see, they're profitable on the front end. So I track out every metrics here. As you can see, revenue, profit, CPA, ROAS. I type in here. This is 2025. I have a new sheet, and this is another low ticket funnel. I'm currently running two low ticket funnels with two different products, but the back end is still the coaching program, which is book call. So we'll come to the question again: does low ticket kill high ticket? But the real question is that why you still competing for 3% of people are ready to buy right now when you could be capturing the 50% that nobody else is targeting? So I'm going to show you the chart right here. I'm going to show you the market formula of Sabri Subi. This is the founder of King Kong Agency, the biggest agency, the biggest direct response agency on the planet. So this is the chart. You can see only 3% of your market is now buying mode, and 17% of them is information gathering, and 20% of them is problem aware. 60% of them are not problem aware. So for the VSL funnel, you're now targeting the buy now mode 3%. But for the low ticket ascension funnel, we're gonna target 40% of the market, which is 37% bigger than 3% buy now mode. Most of your competitors are targeting the 3% mode, right? That's why your cost per call is higher, your cost per lead is higher, and now your profit margin lower because everyone is target the same 3%. If you use the low ticket funnel, you're gonna target 40%, which is bigger market, right? Bigger sale, lower cost per call, everything. And so here's what most people don't understand about the buyer psychology. As I said, like only 3% of your market is ready to buy right now. That's it, 3%. And 17% are information seekers. And 20% are problem aware. And 60% are completely unaware and they even have a problem. So every single one of your competitors is fighting over that 3%, as I said before. And they're running the same VSL funnels, the same book call as the same webinars. But like when you run a low ticket funnel, you capture the 37% below that. The people who aren't ready to spend 5K yet, but they'll happily spend like $37 to test you out. And once they test you out and you deliver the value, right, they become part of that 3% ready to buy right away. And that's the game, because like you're not competing with your competitors, you're creating your own buyers. You nurture them through the problem state to the buy now more state. But here's the mistake number one that kills most low ticket funnels. That is that most people trying to sell the irresistible offers, but when you should be selling just one offer, right? I know what you're thinking. You see like, wait, I thought irresistible offers were good. Yes, they are. So as you can see, my $100 million offer playbook behind me. So just not on the front end. So let me show you the difference. An irresistible offer tries to solve everything. It's like the complete six-figure coach system with modules like on niching, funnels, sales, fulfillment, marketing, content creation, mindsets. It's 20 hours of video and it's got 47 bonuses. And it's got like templates and Wi-Fi, but the problem is that nobody finishes. But here's what actually happens, right? So someone is gonna buy it for $47. They log in, they see 20 hours of content, and they think like, holy shit, I'll do this later. And 3 months go by, they haven't touched it. And when your sales team calls them to pitch the 5K program, and you know what they say, let me finish the course first, they'll never ascend to your high ticket program. And they never do. You just kill your own ascension, right? Now let's compare that to a trust offer. A trust offer solves one specific and painful problem. It's quick to consume, 1 to 2 hours max, and it's designed to get them a result in 7 to 30 days. So instead of the complete 6-figure coach system, you sell something like the 5-minute cold email script that boosts 10 qualified calls this week or in 7 days, whatever, right? You see the difference? It's not trying to teach them how to build a business from A to Z. It's just solving the one problem, keeping them up at night right now, getting clients. And because it's so focused, they consume it in a day or two. They implement it, they get a result, and then something magical happens. They think like, holy shit, that actually worked. And what else does this person have, right? They're gonna ascend to your high ticket program. And that is the trust offer. So it's not about giving them everything, right? It just give them one thing. And based on human desires, if you give them one thing for free, people ask you for more, right? That's when you sell more products. So like it's about giving them one quick win that makes them trust you enough to want more. Because trust is the only currency that matters in high ticket sales. Alright, so now let me walk you through the exact timeline for how someone goes from a $37 buyer to a 5K client. So there are 3 phases. Days 1 to 7, 7 to 30, and 30 to 90, right? So the phase 1 is days 1 to 7. I call it the quick win phase. So that's when someone sees your ad, they click your ad, they land on your sales page. So they buy your trust offer, but they don't just buy the $37 thing. Immediately, they see an order bump $27. Then a one-time offer for $97. Then maybe another $197. If you structure this correctly, your average order value on day 1 should be $50 to $80. So if it costs you $50 to acquire that buyer, they spend $65 on average. So you're already profitable on day 1. And here's the critical part, and this is where most people screw it up. Within the first 7 days, they need to consume your product and get a result. And this is why you're sending them emails every day. So we collect the email from when they bought, when they haven't bought, or we're gonna send them abandoned cart emails, post-purchase emails, right? And the purpose is not to sell them more stuff, but to get them to use what they bought. You're gonna ask them like, did you download the script yet? Here's how to customize this for your niche. Send your first 10 emails today, and here's how, something like that. Because when they get that first win, when they book their first call from your script, they hooked. And that's phase number 1. So we'll come to phase number 2 is 7 to 30. This is the mid-ticket bridge. At this point, they've consumed your trust offer. So they've got a result. They trust you right now, but they're not ready to drop 5K yet. So this is where you introduce a mid-ticket offer, something in like like 500 to 1K range. This could be 21-day challenge, a mini course, workshop, or small program. So the goal here is to get them another win and move them closer to your high ticket offer. So typically about 3 to 5% of your low ticket buyers will buy this mid-ticket offer. And this is also where your sales team comes in. They're not cold calling strangers. They're searching out to people who already bought from you, checking in on their progress, acting as accountability coaches. So naturally, the conversion shifts to like, hey, you're getting great results with this. Have you talked about going deeper, right? So the phase 3 is day 30 to 90. This is like the high ticket close. By now, they've been in your ecosystem for a month or more. They've gotten multiple wins. They've consumed your content. They've been on your calls with your teams. And so the trust is here. So the sales team pitches the 5K program. It's not a cold pitch for a completely cold strangers. It's a natural next step. And on average, about 1 to 3% of your low ticket buyers will ascend to your high ticket offers within 90 days. So let's do the math. 100 buyers at $37, right? So your average order value on day 1 is $65, along with like the order bumps. That's $6,500 in immediate revenue. Then 4% buy your 697 mid-ticket offer. That's more than $2,000. And then 2% buy your 5K high-ticket offer. That's $10,000 more. So the total revenue from those 100 buyers is $19,000. So if your cost per purchase was $50, you spend $5,000 to make $19,000. That's 3x return in 90 days. And that's not even counting the back-end incentive, which can add to 30 to 50% to your lifetime value. So now let me explain what it was from a psychology standpoint. There are 3 psychological principles at play here. The number 1 is micro commitments. The moment someone buys from you, even it's just like $37, they cross a psychological threshold. They said, I'm willing to invest money to solve this problem. As psychological, people want to stay consistent with their past decisions. So if they poke one, they're way more likely to buy again. You've already well overcome the biggest objection, getting them to pull out their credit card, right? It's just the rule of the universe. Number 2 is proof over promises. Think about it. Would you rather pay like 5K program from someone you've never heard of who's making big promises, who's running ads right now, right? Have you ever bought a program from the ads right away? No, right? Or someone who already helped you to get results for $37. It's obvious, right? Every time you deliver the value and help them get the result, you building trust, and the trust is the only currency that matters in high-ticket sales. So you're making the deposits into their trust bank account, and when that account is full, they'll happily invest 5K with you. So the number 3 is the escalation ladder. So when you structure your offer correctly, $37, then $700 and 5K, you're creating a natural escalation. So each step feels like a logical next step. So compare that trying to jump someone to $37 straight to 5K. That's a massive leap, and most people won't make it. But when you give them a best step, the stepping stones, they'll walk right up that ladder with you. So the last thing before we wrap up, let me give you the 3 fatal mistakes I see people make with this system. Fatal mistake number 1, pitching high ticket too early. So like, please don't pitch your 5K program on day 1. They don't trust you yet. Let them consume the trust offer first. Let them get a win. Wait until they prove themselves that your stuff works. So fatal mistake number 2, having a weak sales team. So if your sales team only wants one scheduled calls where people are already ready to buy, this won't work. You need real salespeople who can work like a lead, build relationships, and guide people to a ascension process. So this isn't a cashier job. This is like real selling. So fatal mistake number 3, not tracking your numbers. You need to know your cost per purchase, your average order value, your ascension rates at each stage. So if you're not tracking this, you're flying blind and you never know what's working and what's not. So here's the bottom line. Low ticket doesn't kill high ticket. Bad strategy kills high ticket. So if you build a trust offer that gets quick wins, create a strategic ascension path with proper pricing, and understand psychology of buyer transformation, you can turn $37 buyers into 5K clients in 90 days or less. And look, if you want me help building this exact system in your business, so click the link below to book a free funnel outreach call. We'll walk you through your current setup, figure out where the gaps are, and show you exactly what you need to do to sell and show you exactly what you need to do to scale to consistent 100K months. So either way, hit subscribe. If this was valuable, I drop a new video every week on scaling your coaching business. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.